Hey, what's going on, y'all? Hope y'all are doing amazing tonight. We got another important conversation coming to you live and direct. Do me a favor when you get on, share this out, tag some people, put this in someone's DM, put it in your story. It's a very, very important conversation. If you want to learn how to build a seven figure, not just six figure, six figures cool. Hey, Shanisha, thank you so much for being here. Do me a favor, share this out. Six figures cool. Like nothing wrong with six figures. Six figures is a milestone. It's not the end goal. But if you want to learn how to build a seven figure e-commerce business, you need to tune in. So just waiting for our special guest to get here, then I'll bring her up. But in the meantime, do me a favor, share this, like this, put it in your DM, put it in someone's DM, put it in your story, tag some people that need to be on here because we're going to be talking about seven figure secrets tonight. I see everybody online talk about six figures, how to make six figures. Six figures is cool. I got the six figures. I got the multiple six figures. We on the way to seven. But let's talk about seven figures tonight. If y'all want to talk about how to make seven figures, drop that down. And that's not the goal anyway. We want to get to eight and nine figures. All right, so let me see. Sending the invite. I think I sent the invite. There we go. Hey,
What's up?
how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. No complaints. What's going on? How's your day been going?
Busy.
Busy. I mean, she making a lot of money, y'all. She busy.
Nah, I don't know about that yet. Not yet.
Don't let her fool you. Tim, my guy, thank you so much for being here. Do me a favor, y'all. Like I said when I first got on, share this out. Put it in someone's DM. Put it in put it on your story. Tag some people that need to be here. Like I said, we're going to talk about seven-figure secrets tonight. I see a lot of people online talking about six figures, how to make six figures in your business. Six figures is cool. But let's talk about seven figures. Let's talk about how you can actually scale and build a formidable business. So that's why we got a great guest on tonight.
What's up?
So I got a rack of questions for you. We're going to get to them. Of course, if you got some questions for me, you'd be more than happy to answer them. But before we get started, of course, for those that are not familiar with you, you know who you are and just your background.
What's up, y'all? My name is Shemika Jackson. I'm the founder of Kafune Hair Care, KafuneHair.com. I provide a 4-step lace wig system for individuals who wear lace wigs, and I also provide custom-made wigs for individuals who are suffering from hair loss. I'm in Jersey, and I've been in the industry for about 15 years, but I've started this brand only 2 years ago, on my third year.
All right. Yeah, shout out to Jersey. Tri-State in the building. See Devon join. Thank you so much for being here. All right. So, how did you even get started this? Like you said, you've been in this 15 years, like you grew, an amazing business. Like what was the very beginning stages from in your business?
All right. The beginning stage of 15 years ago or the beginning stage of this brand? It's two different ones.
All of that. Both.
All right. So I'm going to try to keep it short, right? So 15 years ago, what happened 15 years ago? Oh, so the beginning of the story, I had this little spot on my head where I was actually, it was like thin basically. And my niece asked me a question one day, was like, Mimi, you cut your hair, you cut your head. Like basically saying, I see a spot, right? And I was going through doctor's appointments and I was getting biopsies, and I found out that basically I had alopecia, scarring alopecia to be specific. What scarring alopecia, for you guys who you don't know, is basically a permanent form of hair loss where your follicles are gone, right? So from that, I'm devastated. I'm upset. I am trying to figure things out. And in that meantime, I started buying wigs. But what happened was I bought a wig that didn't fit. And I spent all this money back then. Now, mind you, I'm spending $500 on wigs 15 years ago. So put that $500 now, that's a big price ticket, right? And I realized it didn't fit. So I tried to, my little cousin said, sell on eBay. I said, sell on eBay? It's a used wig. Nobody wants this used wig. And it sold quickly for I think I sold it for $200. And I think I spent $400 around there. I was like, oh, bet. $400? Let me do this again. Let me run this bet. So what happened was I started researching hair, researching wigs, how they're made, where you can get them manufactured at. And then I started actually selling them. So that's how I started selling hair first. And then I did that for about 7-8 years, went through some moments, had to shut the whole business down. Oh, whole nother name, right, y'all? It's a whole nother name, Kafune, upscale lace wigs. And God basically kept talking to me saying, Shemika, come back into the business, come back. And I fought it for like years, right? And then I ended up coming back into the business as Kafune Hair. And Kafune is a Portuguese word. It means to lovingly put your hands through your hair. And I came back 2.5 years ago, and I just trying to change the business model a little bit, and started selling mostly the products to install the wigs, to maintain the wigs, and things like that. And then been nurturing that and growing that, and that's why I met you. You met me very early, very early.
Yeah, and you say it very early, but I was like a couple years ago. Like I was like 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so you've been growing really fast. So I want to talk about that. Hey, Melody, thank you so much for joining. See some more folks joining. Yeah, do me a favor, y'all. Tag some of the folks who need to be here, especially the product brands, the physical product brands, ecom brands, hair care brands, but really any brand can definitely learn from this conversation. So, uh you know, starting this business, starting this brand, like what was it like as a transition from like just having the regular 9 to 5 job mindset? You know, I think you love your job, right?
I'm still there. Still there. I'm
We
still
gonna talk
there.
about that. She making millions of dollars
I'm
still,
still
you know,
there.
but listen, you getting all that money. But I guess what was the mindset like still of like, you know, from just like nine. I know for me, it was like a shift from like 9 to 5 mindset, like job mindset, to actually being a business owner, like all the challenges. As you know, not every day is a good day, not every month's a good day, not every year is a good day. So, like, just managing that, was it like difficult? Was it an adjustment? Was it something that you were able to, you know, just
Right.
get immediately?
Right. So I started before COVID, right? And then then we got shut down. So I still work my 9 to 5, y'all. I still do that. So my mindset has changed within the last year, basically. But I think in order for me to get there, I had to be around some like-minded people. I think that changed my thought process way different. And so from me being in this business 15 years ago, really 7 years ago when I ended it, I knew I didn't have certain things. I just knew it was hard. But I didn't realize how much coaching mattered, how much your environment mattered, and all those things. So for me, honestly, the environment changed. My environment changed, where I was around other people who look like me, who's doing similar things, just business period, that I'm like, oh, that's what it was called. It was a system. Oh, SOPs, that's what it's called. Like, I legit didn't know it, and I went to business school. To be honest with you, I like, I'm learning this other stuff. I ain't really learned this. You know what I mean? I might have learned a little bit, but I didn't learn all that. I went to business school for 4 years. I mean, well, 2 years and then, undergrad. But some of that stuff, you learn from being in this space and not really just from the books. So from that and from my environment, it just started shifting. And then also finding stuff that fulfills me. So for me, finding peace and happiness with what I'm doing and the journey. So like we're gonna talk about sales and customer journeys and stuff like that. But like I never knew that I would like marketing. I never knew that I liked thinking about all these things that come with business and not just selling a product. Like, hey, do you want to buy this? And
Yeah.
it's more to it than just that. And I never realized that I would legit enjoy actually thinking through a customer and what they wanted, what they were thinking, what they were into, and all that dynamics. I never thought about that before until the past couple of years.
hmm all right. Someone said thanks for inviting me. All right. So I do want to talk about a little bit about, you know, you still working your job and managing a business. Because I know that's a lot. Because I know it's a lot of people out there like still doing that, or like, hey, yo, I work my 9 to 5, then I get off and trying to actually put time in my business. Like, how do I do it? Should I leave
Right,
my job? Like, what should I
right.
do? So, like, what tips do you have for people like managing both those worlds? 'Cause I know that's a lot.
And I'm a single mom. I'm not a single mom. Let's not
Right.
act that funny. Um, Well, I'm going to say a couple of things. I sell on Amazon. So Amazon has been a huge factor in allowing me to live a little bit and not stress as much as I could, right? So I sell FBA. If y'all not familiar with FBA, that basically means you're shipping your products to Amazon and they're fulfilling it for you, and they also deal with your customer service. So that is part of my brand, and that's part of how I'm able to grow the brand itself. And then the other part is I hired people. I didn't hire people right away, but fulfillment was the very first person I hired. And because of that, I personally don't have to deal with shipping the products out. I have two people. Well, now it's really one. So it was two people, really just one now, where they basically ship all the products out. So that's the first thing I got rid of, was the shipment fulfillment. The second person I added to the team was customer service, because customer service, if your customers aren't being served properly, and timely, then you're gonna get bad reviews, and then people don't understand the product, and then they're not coming back, right? Or you're not getting a sale. So those are the two main people that I hired next in the business that allows for me to basically still work my 9 to 5. But it's not easy, and I do work a lot. I'm trying to work on that balance. So that has been the goal these past 3 months, to be honest with you, is to like really scale back and like start letting other people help me. You know what I mean? Not trying to think that you can do it all on your own, because you're not going to be able to grow the way you want by doing it on your own. So
definitely. Got any, of course, any questions for me? I know you have a few,
Right, I do.
Feel free to chime in when you're ready. But I do want to talk about it, like the title of this, like, all right, how does someone get to like 7 figures? You know what I mean? Like, how do you end up grossing 7 figures in a short amount of time? Like, what is that? Like, I know it's team. I know it's fulfillment. You can give some Amazon secrets and that type of stuff. I know it's paid traffic. I want to talk about that too. Not just organic.
Right.
Shemika don't got a huge social media following. You know what I'm saying? So that's
I got like 3,000 followers. And that just got
like, I gotta have a big following. I gotta have 1 million followers. Like, that's not the case. So like, what tips and nuggets and stuff like that do you have for people of like, how do you get to that 7-figure threshold? Because most businesses, especially black businesses, the average black business makes like 40, 50K. So like, what tips and secrets do you have for people about that?
Ads. So listen, y'all. So
say it again.
Paid ads. Okay, I don't.
Somebody tag here.
I don't dance on Instagram yet because I don't know how to dance. But let's just be honest, paid ads, right? So what happened was, after I met Ryan, we're going to talk about the boot camp. What was it? No, it was the intensive. What was it called? Business in a Box. So what happened was, So with the David Simons. So I met Ryan through David Simons, and he's through my church, right? So through that, I learned what in funnel was, right? I didn't know what a customer journey was. I didn't know what funnel was. Only thing I was saying, hey, you want to buy this, right? That was me 3 years ago almost, right? So through Ryan, I learned what is a customer journey, right? So from there, I remember getting ClickFunnels. I remember getting all these pieces that you guys told me to get. And then I'm like, well, ain't nothing happening. And then that's when you guys was like, especially you were like, well, you got the ads. I'm like, ads. And I started the ads by going on to a course, and I learned it myself. And I started doing Facebook ads myself the first couple of months. In the first couple of months, my sales went from $300 to like $600 in a month. And then it went from $600 in a month to $20,000. So that was what I'm going to do. I'm going to inventory.
Say it again. Hold on.
Paid ads.
You're going too fast. Yo. So it went from what to what that quick?
Yeah, it went from 3 months. So in June and May, it was like 300, and then it went to 6,000, and then it went to 20,000 the following month, and then it kept rolling from there. Basically from paid ads, and I had the sales funnel. So Ryan, you helped me with the sales page, and I didn't have any sequences. So I don't know if any of y'all understand that part. I had no sequences of emails or text messages after a person bought or when they didn't buy. So I didn't have any of that. I didn't have no pop-ups on my website. I didn't have any of it, to be honest with you. None of it. And then I hit 20,000. And then I just kept going. I kept learning. And shout out to you, because if I didn't know about the mastermind, and I love to say it, but at the same time, like, that was a big game changer for me and my brand, is that because of you and your introduction to the mastermind, I probably wouldn't have been able to do what I did, because I wouldn't even know what to do. And so what I did was I gathered all the information. I sat there and I'm like sitting there listening, and I'm listening, and I'm showing up every single meeting, and I'm just moving. I'm implementing wherever they say. If Lamar said do this, okay, I'm gonna do this. If I'm hearing this app, I'm doing this. And because of people like y'all, that was able to help me grow, to be honest.
I love that. Let me check the comments. I know people going crazy. Tim said you have my attention. Like, definitely. Brooklyn says 600 to 20K. Come on now. Shanisha putting up them fire emojis. Yeah, that is fire. But one of the key things is you actually implement.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, like, I've been telling people paid ad stuff for how long, and how many people don't actually implement it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Right.
organic and stuff is cool. Somebody can take care of, but it's no way you get into, you know, in
Right.
rare cases, maybe if you go viral, you know, but it's really hard to go from 600 to 20K in like 3 months
Right.
just doing stuff organically. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So like
Right.
you gotta utilize paid ads, you gotta implement stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
if someone's telling you what to do, like you gotta take action.
I think the other thing was that I did that helps me now is that I sold on any platform. I did not care. I didn't care who knew it. I had my product. I don't care who else has it. I don't care. I'm going to put it in front of everybody's face until somebody buys it, because I only need one person to say they love it and they become a customer and they're like, oh, I like this brand. I like what this product does. This product solves my problem of this, this, and this. So I didn't limit myself. I was on Walmart. I am on Walmart now. I'm on Walmart, on Amazon. I'm on Etsy. I was on eBay. I was on Poshmark. I was on Macari. Some of y'all might not like, what are those? I was on Black. We Buy Black. I didn't care. I still don't care. I mean, now it's a little bit changing because I try not to be on so many platforms if it doesn't really make sense. But because I went on Amazon, because I went on eBay, because I was on Walmart and Etsy, Etsy is another platform that some people be sleeping on. I don't care if everybody in their mom's selling it. I'm going to sell mine too. That means somebody wants it, right? So because I did that, I think that was able to, for people to understand, like, okay, what is this brand? And then what they're going to do, they might Google you. They're going to see if anybody else is buying. And then I got Google ads. More ads, y'all. Right, guys? I got Google ads. I got Etsy ads. I got Amazon ads. I got Facebook ads. So you going on this, you seeing my brand all over. So what does that do? That bring you aware. Oh, maybe I will try this venture, because I keep seeing this brand pop up all up in my face. So a lot of times, I'm sure you got to educate people all the time about ads, let alone funnels.
Right.
Let alone funnels. So it's my turn. It'll be my turn.
Go ahead. Listen, I'm ready.
All right. So, because I got my questions. So if any of y'all have any questions, make sure y'all drop them in the comments so that we can answer them as well. And then also share it as we are talking today. So first question I have, you introduced me to a funnel, right? A funnel is basically a customer journey though, right? Where you understand what a customer, who your customer is and where we are, what driving them to, or something that's similar to nature. You can clarify.
Yep.
So one of my questions is, how many funnels have you done? And I don't mean customers wise, but for one company, how many funnels have you done or you suggest for one company for them to grow? And how do you navigate in regards to how the ads work for each one? Do you pick the top 5 products? How does this work when it comes to funnels?
And you talk about just specifically product brands?
Well, we can do both. You can do product, then go back to a service.
Honestly, I'm gonna say what Lamar says. It depends. Like it really, really depends on where they are. You know what I'm saying? Like if a company's just starting out, the first thing is like you definitely gonna need a solid lead gen funnel. Like you gotta have leads. Too many businesses, especially e-com businesses, don't have enough people on their list. You know, I'm sure a good amount of your revenue comes from your email list, your text list, like everything like that. You know, so definitely I would say that's step number one. But yeah, it really, really depends. You know what I mean? I'm big on also like not having too many funnels. I think sometimes people got too many funnels. So that's what I would say as well. And also just thinking about funnels in general, like your funnel, you know, it's not just your landing page. It's not just your Zipify page and Shopify. Like the funnel is your entire sales process. So mapping it out from start, like if someone just interested in your product, if they get a sample, if they get like some type of low price thing, all the way up to getting a bundle, getting something higher price, like every single product along the way. So mapping that out first, and then your actual funnel could be, you know, one funnel, but it could have 5 steps, or it could be 2 funnels with like 3 different steps in each. So it really depends, but I say the first thing is you got to have some type of lead magnet funnel. Another one of my favorite funnels, which we did for you, I think as well, the tripwire. You know, having something low price to get them in the door, and then you selling them other stuff on the back end. But as far as how many funnels, it definitely depends on the brand and where they are, and you know where they are in the journey in their business.
So when you say steps, what do you mean by steps? What does that mean? Like you mean how many point of contacts they're going to get after that first lead gen? When you say steps, you said steps.
Steps, it could be offers. You know,
Oh, okay.
so like in your case, it could be the melts and was it
Melt me
hair
down spray.
spray bottles? What is it
Right.
again?
Melt me down spray.
Melt me down spraying. So
Uh-huh.
it could be that, and then the next step could be a wig. Or the next step could be you got one bottle, why don't you get 3 with extra 10% off? Or you got one bottle, why don't you get the bundle? Like that could be the next step. You know, a step could be the actual next sales page. It could be the next email, whatever, you know, but for the most part, it's like the next offer. And most product funnels that we build generally are like more of the same. So like if I got this one bottle, why don't you get 5 of them, but take an extra 10% off, you know, or the main goal of e-com funnels, you want to increase the average order value as much as possible. So when someone comes to shop with you, like how can you offer them other stuff? So by the time they check out, we didn't just spend $15, we spent like $50. And that's going to increase your AOV. That's going to help you put more into your ad spend. Because as you know, with Facebook and your cost to acquire a customer, if your product price is too low, it's going to be hard to acquire customers. You may lose money on the front end. Like you need, you know, more people to shop with you more often and that type of stuff. So the higher you can increase your average order value is going to help you a lot with the ads and putting money back into the ad budget.
Right. That's some good information, y'all. Y'all hearing all that? Let me follow up with that. So you said the second steps. Now sometimes if you do a upsell, right? So you're gonna have them go into a low ticket item, then they're gonna have an upsell. Now, as part of your sales funnels, how often are you tweaking those funnels, right? Let's just stick with the product brands, right? On the same sales page, or is it something that you're gonna follow up with them a couple days later? Like, hey, you might have missed it. Now you're able to get this, this, and this. Like, is it always going to be on the same day of the same sort of sell, like the sell page? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
or is it going to be a couple days later through a sequence?
I think it's both, but I think you definitely got to hit them when they first come in. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't and you just wait until they're on a list, you already know as soon as they get on the list, a percentage of people is just not going to see it. They go and drop off. Like that's just the name of the game. So when you have as many people seeing the first page as possible, you're going to probably get more conversions if you hit them right then and there. If you know, as opposed to waiting. And then when they get on your list, the more emails you send, generally your open rates and stuff drop because if 100 people join the list and then they get the next email, then by the time you get the email 5 or 7 or 10. It ain't gonna be 100 people seeing it. Like that's just the name of the game. So I like to hit them as hard as possible, especially for those folks that are hyperactive buyers. Like it's some folks that when you shop online or you go in a store and you buy something, they're gonna buy like 20 different things. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just those type of buyers. But if you don't present other offers in front of them, you can't capitalize on those people.
Right. So your top ones is the lead gen, right? And then you said what was the other one? You said your top funnels that you always suggest that people do.
I like the lead gen.
Tripwire.
Yeah, Tripwire. And then really, for product brands especially, like getting them one thing and then like, all right, how do we get them to get like 4 bottles instead of just one? Or like how do they get a bundle? You know what I mean? That's what I would say.
There was something that you had said last year at the Mastermind, I forget what name it's called, Live, I guess, where you had suggested, or you had said that was your suggestion from one of the people who got a 7-figure award, was to upsell them on a thank you page. So somebody asked,
I forgot I even said that. I said that.
You forgot you said that? Let me get credit for that. Let me get credit for reminding you what you did. Okay. Tripwire and the next one. So somebody asked what's Tripwire and the next one. But before you go there, so basically I did that on my website where I sent them to a thank you and then they had one last deal. So it was like basically a last push for an item. And that has been converting as well, although the item is pretty much low ticket, but it kind of goes with what people buy. So that does help with the average order value for me. But that was basically from a tip from something that you had said before. It's Penny. I know it was you, Penny girl. Hey, girl.
Shout out to Penny.
She said, what is a tripwire? I think somebody else asked a question earlier, too.
Yeah, I will talk about tripwire in 1 second. But, yeah, the thank you page, that's important because it's underutilized. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't think about putting an offer on the thank you page. That's another page that majority of people that are going to see it. You know what I mean? Like if I buy something, I want to see the order confirmation page. I want to see the thank you page. I want to see my confirmation number. I want to make sure I got the right stuff. I want to make sure my stuff in there is correct. So that's another place that's just underutilized. So I definitely recommend that. A tripwire is basically a small price offer that you offer someone just to get them in the door. Then you want to sell them other stuff on the back end. So your tripwire generally is not to make a lot of money. It's just to, have an enticing offer that you put in front of people so you can upsell them and stuff like that. Shout out to Delonda in the chat as
And then
well.
somebody asked the question prior to that. I can't see all the comments, but somebody had asked a question prior to these comments. But I can't see them. I can't go up off of here. But yeah, Penny said, I got it. So for Penny, it'll be like maybe you might sell some earrings and you upsell them to one of your bags, the pocketbooks to match the earrings, and then go from there.
Yep.
And I had 2 more questions.
No, go ahead, fire away.
If y'all have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments because it's like a free consultation with Ryan, y'all.
That's what
y'all
that's what you're doing on the low, right? I'm saying, I don't mind because it's you, but still.
So what is the best converting funnel that from your experience of all the people you had to work with? Like this normally worked pretty well.
It depends. Like it's so across the board. I mean, good ones, but outside of e-commerce, of course, I like challenge funnels, virtual event funnels, webinars, and that type of stuff. As far as product brands,
I mean, you can go into the webinar, the challenge funnels if they're highly converting. That because everybody can do a challenge. I was thinking about doing a challenge.
You should do one.
Like how to not make your wig look a mess. Challenge.
Yeah. You should do a challenge. There's a lot of product brands that are successful with challenges. Like I know Katricia did one, Amarose Natural Products, Gwen from Naturalicious. I know she does the challenge. I think Kim and Tim might do one too as well.
They do. I think they all do. All the people you named, I've seen some of their stuff, their stuff come through.
Yeah, so that's another thing that I think product brands don't utilize enough. You might think, oh, well, a challenge is just for service based or just for people selling courses or coaches and that type of stuff. And like that's not the case. It's all about you get someone a result. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's 5 days, 7 days, with the product brand, generally I see it's longer, like 30 days or whatever. And you also can like sell someone a product. So it's like you join the challenge, but you got to also buy a product that's going to help you and that type of stuff. But honestly, I'm seeing like so many funnels do good. Challenge funnels, webinars, virtual events, quiz funnels are a lot popular.
Quiz funnels. What's that?
That you know what that is, but I'm going to answer for the people. Quiz is basically, so when you put together a quiz funnel, you put together a series of questions that you want to ask someone, and someone can come through with maybe like, what type of wig do you like, or how long have you suffered from alopecia or whatever, like, and then basically at the end of it, someone to get the results of the quiz, someone has to give you their name and email, phone numbers, basically for lead gen, but you also can segment them. So if you offer a lot of different products or services, then you can actually segment them based on what they answered. So a quiz is great for, like I said, lead gen, putting them on your list, and then segmenting people based on the answers. And especially for product brands, if they answered a certain question, they say, okay, well, we recommend this. We recommend this product or that product. That's another thing that's great as well.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like with what we do, it's almost like you got to be really clear about your customer's journey, and you got to be really clear on where you want them to go or where you think like they will ideally go. And I think for me, it was like a pretty big of a challenge because when I first started, I only had 2 products. So for me, it was like, all right, where am I going to go? I don't know. Right. Buy another one. I don't know. Right. But as the business grew, I had more products to offer them, but I also didn't go back and look at those funnels to say, okay, well, how am I going to adjust these funnels to allow for them to go buy something else or to, help with their process of whatever their challenge would be, hair loss or trying to put their wigs on. Mm-hmm. Somebody asked the question, how do you fix it when your emails are all of a sudden going to spam or junk?
How would you answer that? I think you probably have a bigger list than me.
This just happened to me literally this week. Do you got Klaviyo? Shop at Dia Beauty. This just happened to me, I think, this week.
I think she does have Klaviyo, actually. I think she does have Klaviyo.
Yeah, I know there's a software that you can use to help with that. I don't need a software. I don't remember. I have to find out. I know somebody else recommended it. It depends on your email service. I think that just happened to me this week. My emails just all of a sudden, now I'm getting like really low opens.
Really?
And then somebody else I heard this week, they can't even send out emails right now. Like they having a challenge with Klaviyo sending out emails.
Man, really?
I'm not sure if something going on with Klaviyo. I was gonna send out a comment, like anybody got problems with Klaviyo, because I'm having problems right now. And I normally have it's not great open rate, but it's noticeable. Really noticeable.
Penny said, "Can I do just a quiz with Google Forms?" I mean, you could answer the questions, but I don't know about the segmenting, and then like if you want to offer a product, it's quiz platforms out there that's probably gonna make it a lot more seamless.
Like Interact, I know that was one of them. I haven't used it yet. I don't even have a quiz yet. I need one. And my last question, I do have one more. If y'all have any questions, if y'all not gonna ask Ryan any questions, I'm gonna ask all my questions, get my free consultation on this live. My last question is, how often do you adjust the funnels? How often do you change them?
It depends. Really depends. Depends on how much traffic's coming through them. Depends on what's going on. Because like if a funnel is working, then you don't make too many changes to it. You know what I'm saying? Like if something's working, you let it work. But yeah, it really depends. I would say, I mean, at least every month or two, like look at it. You know what I mean? But it really depends. Also, like the traffic, your traffic sources and that type of stuff. But I think the main thing is a lot of people don't give enough time for a funnel to work. You know what I'm saying? Like it rarely just blows up overnight. You know what I mean? So I would like put it out there, like you test it and tweak it, like test the headline or the offer or the price point or a video being here as opposed to someone else and shift the page around. You definitely want to utilize like Hotjar or Lucky Orange, basically like a heat map where you can screen record your landing page or your funnel page so you can actually see what actions people are taking. You know what I mean? But that's what I would say. Like make tweaks along the way, and then once you get it to like, all right, we've tweaked enough, we have enough data that is good, that we know what works. Now we want to scale it up as fast as possible, and I really want to make tweak changes to it.
Right. So, and then also too, and I think the other part of it is just documenting all the changes that you've done, right? So documenting and knowing what you changed and then going from there.
And he said, how often should I change ad creators if the ads are working? Listen, number one rule of Facebook ads, I tell this to everybody. If something is working, do not mess with it. Do not mess with it. Maybe you want to try new ads, but I would not mess with anything while it's working, because as soon as you make that change and it goes back in review, once it goes back live, you never know what's going to happen.
Right. How often be changing ad creators and the ads already? Oh yeah, she already answered that question. Yeah, because I got all my questions answered. I got my free consultation on this live.
Yeah. Does anybody got any other questions? I don't think I got any other questions for you. I really just wanted to know, what was the path to 7 figures? Definitely want to talk about paid traffic. If you have any other Amazon secrets or tips and that type of stuff for people. But I really just wanted to know about the journey. And I think people got a lot of value just like that. Anything else you need from Shemika, you got to pay. She going to drop a link to her consultation.
I don't got one yet. I'm just working on that though. But the Amazon course is coming. Okay, the Amazon course is coming. If y'all know the Amazon, make sure y'all add that to your business, and then we can talk about it. Make sure you follow me, because that is definitely a really huge income source, and it probably is basically keeping me in business right now with the way some of these ads are going. Amazon has definitely been sustaining my brand. Anyway, I don't know about everybody else, but it's been doing good for me. So. But it's definitely something that you want to implement. And I actually just saw an article with a brand, and they were selling hair bonnets. Hair bonnets, y'all. She built a 7-figure business selling hair bonnets. And an article said that she got a partnership with Fashion Nova as well. There's another business I saw on Amazon. They were selling on Amazon, and they are now in Target. So you don't know who's watching. You don't know how many people are like looking at your brand. A lot of times, they might see your brand. They might say, is it in the stores? I got a wholesale deal. I don't know if they got me from Amazon. I don't know. You know what I mean? I never actually asked them. They just said that people were asking them about my brand, right? Whoever people is, beauty supply stores, I didn't ask specifically. But what I'm saying is the more opportunity you're getting in front of new audiences, especially Amazon, like such, like I said, also try Walmart, because Walmart is extremely new. The more opportunity that people will see your stuff, right? So don't limit yourself on just one platform when you're selling, and use paid ads. That's it. That's all I got.
All right, Brooklyn says, should you have a separate funnel for multiple products, or can one funnel link to multiple
Good
products?
question.
I think it depends. The main thing is like, do the products align? You know what I'm saying? Like, does it make logical sense if I get this product to get another product? So if it's all part of the same journey or flow, I would say that could be one funnel. But if it's like two separate products, that like if I buy this product, it doesn't make sense to get the second one, then that'd probably be separate funnels. That won't. Penny said, won't Amazon and Etsy water down the brand? Good question.
What you say?
Won't Amazon and Etsy water down the brand?
That's a good one. Your price is your price. So it's going to be whatever it is that you want. Like, I'm going to be honest. Okay, I'm going to tell you how a little short story real quick. How I got on Amazon. Because the entrepreneurial spirit was not leaving my brain, I was selling other stuff. I wasn't selling this brand. I was doing something else because I was just trying to make extra money, right? So I was doing retail arbitrage. If y'all don't know what that is, retail arbitrage is when you go out and buy stuff from big box stores like Targets and Walmarts and things like that, and you sell them on Amazon, right? So I would go buy these products, literally buy a $1 toothbrush from Walmart and sell it on Amazon for, say, $17. No exaggeration, right? And I would just keep flipping, right? I keep buying a whole bunch and then I would sell them. The thing with that is, number one, you don't know what people are willing to pay because they're willing to pay for that convenience of that 1 and 2 day shipping. They know Amazon. They might not know you, but they know Amazon and they trust Amazon. So therefore, they probably will going to give your brand a try. The second part of it is as well, where I went from going from doing retail arbitrage, I felt like I was always looking for something. I'm trying to find the next deal. I'm trying to find the next deal. What else can I sell on Amazon? But if you're not licensed to sell some of these brands, they can kick you off and say, you can't sell this brand. That's my brand, and I didn't license you to sell my brand. So I was selling different brands, and I realized the value of it, of my business, I one day wanted to sell. And I realized that if it wasn't mine and I didn't own it, yeah, you can sell it, but to an extent, how valuable is it? Because at the end of the day, you're still hustling to find all these different products to sell on Amazon. That was number one. The number two takeaway I realized on Amazon when you're doing that sort of selling is that now you're competing with everybody else who's doing the same thing. So now you got all these people who are doing retail arbitrage, right? They're going to, what's that Walmart brand? Mainstay, right? So let's just say Mainstay. You're buying all this stuff from Mainstay, now selling it against all these other companies who have more money than you, and they might only want to profit $5 off of every item or $2. And you're trying to get your $12, right? So now I'm competing with all these other people who are selling the same brand as you, right? Because it's not yours. You don't own that brand. So you fall underneath everybody else who's selling it. What happens is now you're trying to play with the big boys. So for me, I'm like, all right, that ain't gonna work. So then that's when I started thinking, I'm like, well, wait a minute, let me build my own brand so that no one else can sell under my brand. My brand is trademarked. No one else can sell my brand on there, right? And then you have a lot of benefits from just being trademarked and branded on Amazon. So from there, you set the price on your item. And if you want to sell it for X amount, even if nobody else is selling on Amazon for whatever price, because remember, you're giving them value, right? It's not just about the price. It's what is this product doing that's going to change your life? What is this product going to do that's better and different from everybody else that's selling? So therefore, if you put a premium on that price, even if it's on Amazon, right, then people are going to want to buy it because it has a lot of value and it's a good product. So I wouldn't say it's watered down. I'm saying this is the price that I'm paying. I'm selling it for. And these are the people who are willing to pay for it on there.
Mm-hmm. All right. Y'all heard it from her. Anybody got any last questions? We went through a lot of stuff. If y'all got value out of this conversation, do me a favor, drop something down, drop a comment, drop an emoji, a gem, or something like that. Shemika is definitely the truth. She's like, oh, okay, thanks. Yeah, anybody got any last question? That's all I got. Like, you definitely gave some amazing information. Like, I knew it was gonna be a good conversation.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for inviting me. And thanks you for answering my questions on my free consultation on Instagram
Right.
Live.
She cares about that, y'all, too. She ain't playing.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
I don't see anything. These comments don't come up on me no more. I don't know why.
Yeah, I see you dropping some gems. Penny said this was great. So, yeah, definitely was a lot of value. So, do me a favor, y'all. If you're not already following Shemika, make sure you go at the top, the little drop down. Make sure you follow her. If someone's in here, you're not following me, make sure you follow me. If you follow me, I'm going to retarget you on some ads. So just be ready. I'm going to see in your feed. Tim already know. Tim was like, yo, dude, your ads, I'm seeing them every single day when I get on.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely going to see in your feed on Facebook and Instagram, maybe some other places as well. But other than that, I really appreciate you. I know your time is very valuable. So definitely appreciate you and giving some nuggets to the people.
Thank you. Thank you for your nuggets. Thank you for having me. Hopefully, everybody had a good evening. All
Mm-hmm.
right. I'll talk to you later, Ryan.
All right.
All
Bye.
right. Peace.